Hey everybody, and welcome to Frankie's DIY Life. I'm Frankie. Today I have got a hip and tip day. I'm going to show you what the problem is with the hip. Now, do I have a broke hip? No. Is my hip hurting? No. But when I put this jacket on, it hits me right at these hips right here, and that's all you see for days is hips. So, it looks, when it hits me right about there, it's sort of like a roller coaster. So anyway, I'm going to try to disguise that. Also, this one, it's too tight. Across these hips right here. So I'm going to try to do something about it. I like it. Both of these pieces were my mother-in-law's, and when she passed, I was fortunate enough to get her clothes, and she had beautiful clothes, and I'm just going to make them, these two fit me. I mean, they look great on her. She was a little bit smaller than me, but anyway, I'm going to try to fix this hip problem on here, fix that hip problem on there, and if you stay to the very end of the video, I'm going to give you 2 tips that you will not believe. So, let's get started. Okay, so on this one right here, this pretty jacket, I love it. Look at these sleeves. Isn't that beautiful? I'll give you a little close-up of these sleeves in just a second, but they're so pretty. Anyway, like I said, it's hitting me right here. I would like to hit me right about here, cover up this right here. So anyway, I have this slip. And I don't know if anybody was familiar with, when you was wearing your shirts and stuff, you had the lace that stuck out from under your shirt, and that was fine and well for a while. But anyway, I have some of those. So anyway, I'm going to take this slip, and I am just going to cut that trim off at the bottom. Like you see it right there. And I am going to attach it under here. And then that way I will have about that much covering this bazooka. Okay. So, with that one, should be pretty simple. This one right here, like I said, I mean, you've seen me do this before, but anyway, if you've got a dress that's too tight across the hips, keep it. There's a solution. I have this dress right here, and it's one of those, slanky dresses. It's stretches, and all of y'all know, if you've been watching my videos, not a fan of the sleeves because it's not covering up this crepey skin right here. So I'm going to use this dress. Get it off the hanger. I am going, camera cut off on me. So anyway, I'm going to just fold it in two. Pretty much. There's the top. I'm just going to fold it in two. I might go a little shorter. I'm not sure yet till I measure it because I haven't put it on. And then I am going to just cut that off right about here. And then this is going to really give. So I'm not going to have that issue right here once I get this on. So I think that's going to be fine. It's a little stretchy, like I said, so that should be pretty simple too. And so when I get those 2 done, I'm going to start on them right now. Like I said, stay to the end. I'm going to give you 2 tips. One of them's, well, we'll see. So I'm just going to cut this right down the middle of this seam. And then I'm going to go all the way around it. Okay, so I've got it all cut off. Let me get it pinned on the jacket. Okay, so I've got it all pinned on right through here. And then when I get to the end, right through here, I will just cut it off and fold it over and sew it. That's what I did with this one right here. I just folded it over. And since that material is like given, it just rolls up so you don't even have to hem it. So I'm going to run it through my machine, regular machine. When I get to the end, fold it over, and I'll be done with this one. Guess I could show you what I mean by folding it over. See how it's long right here? A little long. I'm just going to take it and then give it a little flip, roll it over, and then that's where I'll start my sewing. Now I just leave those pins in there while I sew because it keeps it steady. It don't move around on me. So I've put all my pins in this way like that, and then I can just sew right over the top of them. Okay, so I've got it on there. Went on fairly well. And look at these sleeves. How pretty are those sleeves? Just to let you see, I just followed that seam of the original hem that was in there. I just followed that all the way around, and can't see it. So I was happy with that. See? Okay, so my hip problem is solved on number 1. Now let's work on number 2. Okay, so here's number 2, and like I said, you know, even though that's split up on both sides, it's not enough for these big hips I got. So I am going to cut it off. I'm not gonna fix this so it's a dress, because I'm just not. I'm just gonna fix it for another blouse. I mean, I could. I have plenty. I could do that. But I'm not thinking I want that. I'm thinking because it doesn't have any pockets or anything, I'm going to just cut it off just 2 inches maybe under this black piece right here. And then I'm just going to simply add this one to it. So it's going to be a little shorter. It'll probably be up to here. And then I can wear it as a blouse instead of a dress. I think I'll get more use out of it that way. The reason I'm not going to make it into a dress, which is very cute, I want to, like I said, cut it off to right here and make a blouse because, number 1, I don't really wear that many dresses anymore. I have some dresses, a few that I'm going to keep, and I wear a lot of capris now as when I go out. So I am going to make it to where I can just put like a cute little pair of capris on it and take off. There's my plan. Okay, so I'm taking a stab at it and I'm doing a guesstimation. And so I think I'm gonna cut it off right about here and be done with it. So, I mean, it don't really line up here much, but that's gonna be okay. It'll have to be okay because I'm fixing to cut it. Alright, cut, one and done. Okay, so here's the piece that I cut off, and I've got 2 side seams, and then I've got a seam that run up the back. So I'm going to take this back seam, find the back of this, and pin it there, pin the 2 side seams, and of course, you know, we just gather it up. So let me get it pinned. Got it all pinned on, and I'm fixing to take it to my machine and just run a straight stitch all the way around, right there. And then after I see it fits, I'm going to take it to my serging machine over there, and then I'll run a stitch around that. Okay, so another problem solved. I just want y'all to know that my mannequin is still broke. That's the best I could do. So sometimes if you see something, it looks like it's not even at the bottom. It is. It's just my mannequin's broken. It just shifts to one side. I got that Christmas tree stand on the bottom of it, but I got to come up with something else. Anyway, problem solved on this one. Got the stretchiness on the bottom, so that's way good for my hips. It stops right there, so that's like right on here to me. Well, let me get even with it, right about there. And so there's the back. I think it turned out right nice. I'm excited about it and excited about getting to wear it. So, I mean, I love the colors and everything that was on it. This part is blue, but now the back part, it had black on it all the way down. But, and the sleeves are black, so it all blends. So, now get ready for the tips. I've fixed the hip problem, so this video is hips and tips. I'm fixing to show you 2 tips that you're going to love. Ready? Here we go. Now, you know I shop on a dime, and I like stuff that are inexpensive. So, I'm going to show you this. And you're thinking, well, Frankie, that's just makeup brushes. Wrong. These are my new makeup brushes, but that's not what they are. But they're the softest brush you'll ever find. Now, I use this one to put on some eyeshadow, and I use this one for here, but I'm going to show you what it is. I was at the Dollar Mart, imagine that, and over in the cake aisle, or the decoration aisle, I found these. Now, I had to go back and get some more because, you know, if I go travel or something, I won't have some in my travel bag. So that's what these are. They are cake decorating brushes. Now see, look on the back. You see that? That is for like them fancy cakes and stuff, like fondant or fondue or whatever you call that stuff. Anyway, it's dusting brushes. It says dusting brush up there. Anyway, let me tell you, these are softer than a baby's butt. So if you're at the Dollar Mart, get you some. $1.25. Listen, you can't get one brush, a makeup brush, for under, what, $5 or something? But anyway, you gotta try it. You got to try it. It's so soft. That's tip number 1. Now, I'm fixing to get ready for tip number 2. Okay, for tip number 2, to all my Facebook friends, all my girlfriends, anybody that's watching. If you color your hair, like if I colored my hair, and it grows out, you will have gray on the sides, or in the middle, or wherever. So, now I went to church this morning, so I've already fixed it right here, but I'm going to do a new section right here so you can see what I'm talking about. You see all that? You see all that gray? Can you see that? I'll not be showing it to you. But anyhow, I'm going to show you this. What's that? That is a stiff brush. You know them cheap brushes? Cheap brushes. They're not soft like these. They're those cheap brushes. Get you one of those. It's a stiff bristle like. And let me show you this. What is that? That's eyeshadow. So, if your hair is dark, get you eyeshadow that's darker than your hair. Now look, I've been using that for a long time. So, that's my tip to you. So, what I do is I take this one, rub it in there real good. And you see where that gray is right there? And I can't see because I got my glasses on. But you go in there and you stipple that in there until you have time to color your hair. I mean, I can't see what I'm doing right here because... But anyway, you get the gist of it. I can't see. Anyway, get in there and get them roots. And then that will hold you over. That will hold you over. Look, like I said, I would have to get the mirror and do it. But anyway, the long and short of it is, get you some darker eyeshadow than your hair. You have to get it darker. And then get you a stipply brush or whatever, and rub it in there, and then pull your hair back and just dab it in there, and that will get rid of that white streak through there until you can color your hair, if you colored your hair, you know what I mean? So, I don't like to go anywhere if that's my problem, so that's my remedy. And I really hate to see women out like that has it grown out that far. I mean, that's just, I hate to see that. I mean, it's terrible. But anyway, ladies, that's my tip for the day. My brushes, cake brushes, this brush, and your eyeshadow. So that's hips and tips. Listen, I'm Frankie. This is Frankie's DIY Life. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, especially that subscribe button. It makes my channel grow, and I appreciate that. So, until next time, I'll show you my dresses at the end, and happy sewing. I said dresses, but you know they're not dresses. That's the my new shirt. And then this one, that's the one I fixed with the black dress at the bottom. It's stretchy. And then this is my jacket that I fixed with the lace at the bottom of a slip. So today's video was hips and tips, and so you got both. You got a remedy on how to fix those hip problems, and you got a few tips at the end. So thank you so much for watching.